It's sealed tight. I can't exit the same way. Looks as if it's been recently used.
Cthulhu, Relier, Wagnana, Garpethagen. Ringlui, Maglana, Cthulhu, Relier, Wagnana, Garpethagen. Ringlui, Maglana, Cthulhu, Relier, Wagnana, Garpethagen. Ringlui, Maglana, Cthulhu, Relier, Wagana, Galpagagan.
Dynamo machine. Provides electrical stimulation for the person in the chair. Full-grain leather straps. Impossible to escape. A very professional brain dissection.
Get out of my head!
Your iron fist is devoid of soul. Find reverence for the one that trembled.
The great lord!
Left your splinter your soul and become a servant of madness.
Please! No more! Stop it! Watson! John! Somebody!
Wretched mortal, do not fear what is to come. Let him rupture our world anew. Awaken! And let the...
Awaken! And...
The light of the abyss is the light from the abyss. Get out of my head! Hydraulic elevator.
Oh, the smell.
Judging by the remnants of blood and flesh, these instruments were used for dismemberment. Dear God, is that body parts? Utterly inhuman. It's sealed tight. I can't exit the same way. Watson?
Holmes,
What are you still doing here?
still? I was trying to find more information. Did you think I was just going to sit in my room twiddling my thumbs?
I only asked you to find the key. I had everything else under control.
Says the man who looks like he saw a ghost.
I'm fine, Watson.
You're hardly fine. You reek of congealed blood and chemicals. What did you see down there?
Never mind me. Where's Gygax?
I'm afraid she's over there. I found her like that when I entered, on my word.
What? She was our biggest lead.
Yet another wrinkle in our investigation. What do we do now, Holmes?
Hush. Let me think. The pencil is buried deep all the way to the brain. Instant death. No traces of blood on her clothes. Must have got on her white overcoat. The patients here wear the same robes.
I had nothing to do with this, Holmes, I swear it. A dead body was the last thing I expected to find in this office. What a miserable end for a miserable woman. Be quick about it, Holmes. I think I hear someone outside. Be quick about it, Holmes. I think I hear someone outside.
Heidi, how did it end up here?
We'd better inform the local police about this.
You're right, Watson. But first, we need to determine where our case goes next. We've got what we needed, Watson. This conspiracy reaches further than we thought. I don't suppose you've ever been to New Orleans?
You are joking.
I seldom do. Let's go. There's no time to wait. There's nothing in this world that cannot be explained with logic and reason. Nothing in this world.
Holmes? You seem troubled.
I'm not troubled, Watson. I am preoccupied.
That place was awful. Inhumane. It would be natural to experience some feelings of shock or fear.
Men reduced to gibbering imbeciles, numbed beyond recognition, powerless to help themselves. When a doctor does go wrong, they are the first of criminals. They have the nerve and they have the knowledge.
That woman did not deserve the title. Such casual cruelty for such selfish aims.
I knew another man like that once. He treated my mother, perhaps even killed her, depending on who...
My sincere condolences.
In the end, she was just a shadow of herself. The outline of the person I recognized, but lacking all else. She was pushed and... Should you see me cracking, John, I must ask you to intervene.
Nothing compels us to pursue this matter further, Sherlock. We can return to London, report what we have discovered. Let more capable hands take...
Alas, there are no such hands. Were we to abandon our quest now, I fear no other would succeed in our...
We know nothing of what awaits, what dangers lurk in the darkness.
Nonsense. We draw nearer to New Orleans with every passing minute, and thus closer to the answers we... Those answers, for all their perversity and improbability, will, nevertheless, be the work of men. And that is a work I have studied.
So be it.
I know you to be a diligent author, but if I may make one request. Kindly omit my mother and her suffering from...
Of course.
Thank you, John.
Ah, Holmes, after our trip to nippy Switzerland, I can certainly use some of this new worlding.
Do not get carried away, Watson. What we could certainly use are answers to my question.
I know, but you look exhausted. Why didn't we find the hotel?
We shall rest when our investigation is over, and not a moment soon. I shall ask you to handle our bags while I search for the bank.
As you wish.
Oi! Stop it, you! Unlug it!
Good Lord, what have you done? That's my stuff.
I'm sorry, mister. It was an accident. It's fine, it's fine. I'll just put everything back. Where are the socks? These, handcuffs. Are they yours? Oh, this never happens to me, sir. Honest, ask anyone. I'll get this sorted. Don't worry. No need to bring the boss into it. I'll get this sorted. Don't worry. No need to bring the boss into it.
Do you know anything about this?
You're a lucky man. I know about this.
May I ask for your assistance?
No, I not heard about that. Sorry.
May I ask you something?
Don't be angry with me, sir, but I don't know.
Help me, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, but that's beyond my knowledge. Mr. Frank Barnaby, right? Auction's about to start.
In the flesh. Now, if you'll excuse...
Well, hold up. Written invitation first.
Can I present another piece of identification?
Nope. That's why we send an invitation. Move along, mister. Ain't nothing here for you. Even skeeters know how to buzz off. Get lost. Preferably in the bayou. Can't get me to move. Lift you hurricanes myself. Can't get me to move. Lift you hurricanes myself.
Holmes, over here. Any luck?
None. They're holding an auction, invitation only. The good news is, I know who might have one. We need to find...
Who?
Frank Barnaby, most likely a local.
And you think Mr. Barnaby will be happy to share his invitation?
Let us first find him, then we can see if he is the generous type.
America, Holmes. I never thought I should be so lucky as to visit. Truly, a change of scenery does wonders for one's constitution. I feel invigorated. The people here in New Orleans seem particularly friendly, don't you think? We better get moving if we want to get to that auction. We better get moving if we want to get to that auction.
Can't get me to move. Lived through hurricanes myself.
Help me, please.
I'm bone tired, but yeah, I'll help you.
How marvelous, Holmes. A city within a city.
Indeed, those lanterns are delightful. It is as though we have been transported to the Orient itself.
Yes, I have.
Locked. No one's here. Rather unassuming for a jewelry store.
Damn. He at it again. Barnaby still owes you. If he can't pay in greenbacks, he'll pay in blood.
May I ask for your assistance?
I'm bone tired, but yeah, I'll help you.
Black opals being auctioned at the banking house of E.W. Gray.
Yes, any let me hurry then.
has a Spartan charm, does it not?
It does. My soul will always yearn for London's gloom, but it reminds me of Cordona in a nice way. Is this familiar to you?
No, I not heard about that. Sorry.
Help me, please.
No, I not heard about that. Sorry.
Hey!
Barnaby, unconscious but with his eyes open. Look, Watson. The two of you are just alike.
Oh, great. So I look like a haggard alcoholic.
Eureka!
What have you got?
An idea. First, we'll need Mr. Barnaby's clothes.
Holmes.
Watson, time is of the essence. You will go to the bank, not as yourself, but as Frank.
Holmes, we look nothing alike.
The hat and coat will do the heavy lifting. Just stay cool, play the part, and no one will notice the difference.
Holmes, must we really indulge in this farce?
It worked in Switzerland, didn't it?
Sure, if you redefine the word worked.
You look great, Watson. The guard has myopia, you'll walk right through. It's all about confidence. Stride up like you own the place. Tell you what, you go in there and tonight's supper is on me. All the seafood you can eat. Come on, Watson. Don't want to go through all this, only to find we missed the auction at the bank. Come on, Watson. Don't want to go through all this, only to find we missed the auction at the bank.
Where's the money, Barnaby?
I'll wait here so as not to arouse suspicion.
Mr. Barnaby.
Right you are. Shop.
Right. Your invitation, sir?
Here you go.
You okay, sir? Seem to have the jumps.
I'm in a...
Come on in. Ain't you in a rush? Go on, head inside.
Heavens, I never seen gems so big.
I simply must have them.
Sorry, I'm just dealing with another client's request. Please wait a moment.
They're so black, it's like they absorb light. Rather hypnotic. This might be useful. I'll make a note.
Morning, sir, and welcome to the E.W. Gray Banking House. The auction will begin shortly. Name's Zoe Clemens, and I'd be delighted...
Pleasure to meet you, Miss Clemens. I am Frank Barnaby. I do have some questions, if... Forgive my curiosity, but who was the previous owner?
Sir, I ain't at liberty to disclose them details.
These gems are rather curious. What can you tell me about?
These rare beauties are black opals, all the way from Coober Pedy, South Australia. When they catch the light, the dark stone becomes a brilliant rainbow. It's something special.
It doesn't say where these stones came from. No provenance, no previous owner. I'm starting to suspect they were illegally
What? We would never. I can assure you these gems were bought from one of New Orleans' most upstanding citizens, a philanthropist. If you would like to know more, I could get my manager.
You old dog, Barnaby. Didn't think you'd sober up for the auction. An hour ago, you were
you know, I hold my liquor better than most. And the auction was an important business opportunity.
An important business opportunity. Ha! What have you done with the real Barnaby?
Well, maybe I'm drunker than I thought,
Mister? What's wrong, Frank? You're looking pale. Don't you recognize your old pal, Grub?
Sorry, Sheriff, but I don't have time for this.
Now, Frank, when I'm talking to you, everything else waits. If I want to talk, you talk. If I say jump, you say off which pier. Do we understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, while I have you, there's the matter of your outstanding fines. I've been more than reasonable, but I'm afraid the bills come...
Fines? Right. I'm afraid I don't have anything on.
That's funny. Ain't you at the auction? I weren't born yesterday. Now, assault, battery, disorderly conduct, that's serious stuff. You got off easy, but if you don't pay up, things get a whole lot worse.
Look, Sheriff, I'm not actually...
Whoa. Think careful now, 'cause Frank Barnaby only owes us cash. But fraud, impersonation, that's weasel. And you know what we do to weasels round these parts. Feed 'em to the gators. So, Frank, what's it gonna be?
Here's all I have.
Mighty fine of you. The people of this parish deserve peace. They don't take kindly to visitors. Don't miss that boat tomorrow morning, Doctor.
Don't want to be rude, but even the man upstairs can smell you. Don't want to be rude, but even the man upstairs can smell you.
I told you, Holmes. I told you it was a bad plan. Now we're penniless and wanted.
Hysteria gets us nowhere, Watson. Tell me what happened.
The sheriff saw right through me. He knew who I was from the start. Extorted me for every coin I had.
Bah, all that matters is what you learned about the gems.
I shan't discuss it while still wearing that blighter's clothes. I'm going back to the boat to get changed.
You know, I think the look actually compliments you. Why bother changing it? Forget the sheriff. I'm sure it was simply bluster and bloviation. Just tell me what you've learned. Okay, fine, change your clothes. We'll talk afterwards. And I thought I was the vain one. Okay, fine, change your clothes. We'll talk afterwards. And I thought I was the vain one.
A pox on the crew.
Okay, fine, change your clothes. We'll talk afterwards. And I thought I was the vain one.
No. No! Was that your luggage again? I don't understand. We just got it back in order. It was like the luggage had legs of its own. Oh, Mr. Pratchett will have my head. How am I gonna fish him out? Anyone got a net? I know how this looks. Twice in one day? What are the chances? I know how this looks. Twice in one day? What are the chances?
Yeah, I did. Never on me.
Okay, fine, change your clothes. We'll talk afterwards. And I thought I was the vain one.
Always a pleasure to see you regular, Mr. Barnaby. Welcome home. Perhaps you'd like someone new today, Frank. How about Miss Trixie or Joni? Frank, darling, I'm flattered, but you know I'm out of the game. So it seems you're after Lucy. She's in room 6, as you well know. So it seems you're after Lucy. She's in room 6, as you well know.
I know how this looks. Twice in one day? What are the chances?
Okay, fine, change your clothes. We'll talk afterwards. And I thought I was the vain one.
Oh, plenty good.
Oh, bollocks, now our clothes are in the bloomin' water.
It was like the luggage had legs of its own. Oh, Mr. Pratchett will have my head.
I ain't sure what you did to the sheriff, but it must have been something real hairy to have him chuck your lug.
With respect, miss, have we met before?
If you were the real Frank Barnaby, yeah, we... But where are my manners? I'm Lucy. And...
John, I didn't mean to be rude. I've just had a difficult day.
Well, it's barely noon. And you've already made an enemy in Sheriff Grubb. The man starves his gators just in case someone crosses him.
Watson.
Well, Johnny, if you plan on sticking around, you better change that suit, or Frank's reputation will catch up with you. And then you'll be...
Alas, I think one of those gators is currently devouring my...
You've got yourself in a fine pickle. All right, come on board the Nymph of Louisiana, and I'll...
The Nymph? Is that what it sounds like? Why you help?
Well, let's just say you ain't the only one who's had run-ins with the sheriff. Way I see it, now quit your stalling and head on over to the Nymph. I'll be in rooms...
This Mr. Barnaby is proving rather useful. Perhaps you're not so different after all.
One more word, Holmes, and I'll hand you over to the sheriff.
Sorry, was that John talking, or Frank?
Oh, go annoy someone else while I visit the Nymph.
Okay, fine, change your clothes. We'll talk afterwards. And I thought I was the vain one.
Well, look at you. All dressed up with no...
I can't thank you enough. As I was saying, our journey has hardly gone to plan. We seem no closer to finding our missing people.
Well, if there were anything to know, Champagne will know it. She's across... Look for her in the fisherman's village, behind the Creole.
Thank you again, Lucy. I shall make my way then.
Good luck, Johnny. Keep out of trouble.
Ah, forgive me, Watson. The difference is plain as day. What a remarkable transformation from Barnaby.
If we're critiquing wardrobes, Holmes, maybe you can explain why you used to roll just one sleeve up. Did you get bored halfway through? I feel much better in this suit, even if it is not mine.